Hey guys, welcome to Philosophy Not Your Ordinary Pharmacy channel, and today I'm going to be talking about the PCAT. I know this is like not a subject that I really want to talk about, but whatever. So I'm going to be talking about how to study for, or how I studied for the PCAT, how my experience was, and what I got on it, of course. Yeah. The PCAT is basically the exam that you have to take to get into pharmacy school. Although some pharmacy schools do not make you take this test, it is just a good idea to take it. Well, I'll start with the studying portion. So my coworker, I worked with her at Walgreens, and she actually had got her chemistry degree from Memphis, and she wanted to do pharmacy, and she took the PCAT and everything, and she actually had the prized possession study guide that everybody rants and raves about on all the pharmacy forums or doctor forums, and that's the Dr. Collins study guide. I would get it, but I'm extremely lazy and extremely tired, so I'm not gonna get it. So this study guide is like very expensive, like $400, I believe. I have my laptop, so I'm gonna check, so y'all don't be like, why is she lying? Because I'm not lying. Yeah, it's $375. So my coworker was just like, you can have it, like you can study with it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that is so sweet. So I got the study guide. I want to say it was before I had even registered to take the exam. How I study, I did not study every day, which I do recommend you at least trying to. However, it is very hard to do that when you're in college, because you have coursework that you have to get done. So like, you know, you have to do what you got to do. So I focused heavily on the math section just because I am good in math, but the last time I took math was sophomore year of college, which was statistics, and then the year before that I had elementary calculus. So you really want to brush up on the math section if you haven't had it in a while. I looked over the chemistry section because if you're studying, you tend to look over things that you know to make yourself feel better. That is a mistake. So I definitely should have looked over the biological processes part, because I hate biology with everything in me, and that was a rough part of the test. The test has 5 sections. It has a writing essay portion, biological processes, chemistry, quantitative, which is math, and reading. I also am horrible at reading because I am ADD and I cannot pay attention. So I focused heavily on the math part, and I focused heavily on the chemistry, just basic chem, because I had just taken bioorganic and organic chemistry, so I'm proficient in that. I just needed to review basic chem. Don't wait until the week of the test to study, because I studied, but I didn't extensively study until the week of the test, and that just didn't do anything. That's all I really have to say on studying. There are several study guides that you can get. You can get Kaplan. You can even enroll for a class, but it is like $1,000. Not exaggerating. Like, it really, if the book is $400, how much do you think the class is? So they're very expensive, but what you put in, you get out, basically. So registering for the test, if you just Google PCAT, which I'm going to do right now just to make sure that I am giving accurate facts, then pcatweb.info is actually the website that it has all the information about the PCAT on there. It actually has the testing dates on the website, which is great because some things make you pay for it before you know the testing dates, which is so dumb to me. So right now the testing dates are January 3rd through the 4th, and February 1st through the 14th. But you do need to keep an eye on the registration dates, because if you miss the registration date, you're gonna have to pay like $100 late fee, and the test is already expensive. I recommend scheduling it so that way you can start studying, because if you haven't scheduled it and you haven't started studying, then like you probably aren't going to until you know a date that you need to have your information learned by. So registration is $210, and if you register late, that's an extra $49. PCAT.com also offers practice tests. They are online multiple choice practice tests, $50 for one, $70 for two, $90 for three. You can also get the online practice writing test for free. It's about the same price, and there's a $25 study guide that you can use. So my college that I am enrolled in is actually amazing, and I think they did this for all students that were direct admits. They provided a practice PCAT exam, and they did it like twice, and I missed both of them because I didn't know the difference between Central Standard Time and blah 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 blah. So yay Morgan, good team. If you have any advantages or like any opportunities to do practice tests, do the test. Most study guides come with practice tests. They should. I know that in the Collins study guide it comes with practice tests. It's literally packets. It comes in orange manila folders, and some of them have like information on them. I know for chemistry, yeah, all of them have information except for the reading part. It just gives you like one sheet of like tips, and then you have a lot of practice tests. It's just a bunch. There's like 20 chemistry practice tests. There's like 30 math practice tests. It's a lot of stuff, so it's worth the $400, you know what I'm saying? But I understand like not everybody has that. I didn't pay for it, I was given it. So once you've scheduled your PCAT and you studied, of course the test day rolls around. So once you schedule your PCAT, it's through Pearson. So basically you find a location that's near you, and then you schedule like the date obviously, and then what time you want to do it. I scheduled mine for 8 in the morning just to get it over with because I can't stand like waiting around. Whatever floats your boat. I did mine for 8 in the morning, so of course you want to get there early because this testing center is really strict. You can't bring anything in the testing room. I couldn't even bring gum. I've heard some people can't like wear their hair a certain way. Like, they are strict. One thing that I did not know that you maybe should know about test day is that the PCAT is not the only test that's being administered. There are several tests that people are there for. I talked to one girl, she was there taking her nursing certification exam. When you go in, you have to like all sit, and it's very strict. You have to all sit, and she calls you up one at a time. I think they give you a number. She calls your number. She has to look you up. You have to provide like your social security card and your driver's license. I can't remember exactly, that's just what I had. And then they give you a locker to put your stuff in. You literally can't take anything in there with you like at all. And then they take your fingerprints, and you have to like do that to get in and out of the room. Like, it's crazy. They even lock the doors, like they lock the bathroom doors. Like, it's cray. It's cray. So when I went in there, I literally like felt like I had to throw up, and I've never been that nervous for a test ever. Oh yeah, the essay, I didn't even understand the prompt, so I just kind of like did whatever, and I think it scored out of 6, and I got a 3 or 4, which that's average. Oh, you get your scores right away, but you don't receive your writing scores. I mean, the whole test was just kind of like, are you serious? Hey guys, I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys that I know that it may seem discouraging, and I'm not trying to be discouraging in any way. I really want the best for all of you, and I know that if you put your mind to it, you can really do well on this test. I just was explaining my take on the test and how I felt when I was taking the test, and just kind of being realistic, because it is like that. So I don't want you to think it's a cakewalk, because it isn't, but I do believe that you guys can do it. Like chemistry, okay, chemistry was so easy. Like, I was like, what? Like, is this real life? But I'm a chemistry major, so that probably has a huge part in that. Biology, I literally was laughing at the screen. I was like, these people have lost their minds. Math, I ran out of time. There were like 20 questions. No, there were like 50 questions, and I had only completed 13, and she was like 5 minutes left, and she didn't say that. It pops up on the screen, I believe. I can't really remember. It was like 5 minutes left, and I was like, so I guessed. Reading, there were like 5 passages, and I thought there were only 3, so I took my time, and then when there were 5 minutes, I still had like 2 passages, and I was just like, okay. As you can see, I did not have a good testing experience. You don't actually get your scores on the screen. After you're done with your test, you can go to the front and get your result. Also, during the test, you have a 15-minute break that's built in. Either you can use the break or you can just work through it. I recommend using the break. Like, just take your break. I got up and got my scores, and I was so nervous. I really want to let you guys know that the results of this test, yes, the test is important, but if you have a good resume and you offer a lot to the school and you have experience and everything and a good GPA, like, you should be good, you know. I believe I got a 37. My highest section on the ACAT. On the PCAT was obviously chemistry. I had like a 76 or something. It was like really high, which I was proud of myself, okay, because it was just confirmation that like I was actually learning stuff, and I'm a chemistry major and I just felt good about it. Math, I had like a 43, which shocked me because I barely finished any problems. Biology was pretty low. It was like a 38 or something. And reading. Remember when I said I was ADD? Yeah, I got a 13 on the reading section. And I honestly don't know how. Like, y'all, I literally thought I was doing so good on the reading section. Like, I've never been good at like reading comprehension though, so. But I got a 37, and guess what? I'm in one of the top 20 pharmacy schools in the country. So that just goes to show, like, just because you didn't do well, first of all, don't listen to people. I can't stand when people are like, well, you better be like, you better watch out because blah, blah, blah. Like, nobody knows what God has in store for you, and don't listen to other people. Like, who knows if they're gonna accept you or not? And if you're not gonna try, like, you know, that's your fault. So don't, who cares about a stupid score anyway, you know? Just don't give up because you're discouraged by your score. Some schools will accept you. They may ask you to retake the PCAT, but I wasn't asked to retake it. Maybe because I was already accepted from high school, but I don't know. But I know people who have gotten accepted with like a low score to the colleges they wanted to get into, so just don't be discouraged. But that's basically my experience on the PCAT and how I studied, and I hope that this video helps somebody. And yeah, if you have any questions, my email will be in the description bar, or you can comment below, and go ahead check out my main channel, Morgan's Take, to see me in action. And I will see you guys later.